I'm not working no more right now. I just recently left my job 2 weeks ago.
Why? I told you to get a job, not lose a job. What I seem to think is happening is that you're not doing anything but smoking weed and doing nothing.
That's not
And
right.
that's not gonna, really? You just left your grandma in the car?
Yeah, because I needed to get up here. She was my only way to get here.
Is she in a?
Does she have a license to drive? Do you even have a license to drive?
I don't, sir.
Everything we asked you to do, you did the exact opposite.
Sir, I was working on it. I just need you to help me with this.
Before we even get into the chaos, let me warn you, this case is a wild ride. What starts as a simple probation check turns into a full-blown meltdown from a teen who thinks she's invincible. And trust me, the judge is about to prove she's anything but. She walks into this courtroom acting like the rules were optional, consequences were imaginary, and the judge was just another adult she could roll her eyes at. From the second she opens her mouth, you can feel the tension snap. She's on probation, but she's acting like she's untouchable, and the judge is staring at her like she's a walking masterclass in how to destroy your future in 10 minutes or less. Every answer she gives digs her hole deeper. Every excuse sounds worse than the last. It's messy, it's reckless, and it's the kind of slow-motion crash that shows exactly how fast teenage ego can turn into real legal disaster. So the question is, does she finally get the reality check she desperately needs, or does she double down and push herself straight into jail? Let's dive in, because this one goes off the rails fast.
What are you doing with your life, man?
What am I doing with my life? Right now I'm currently barely getting stable at the house. I just recently moved house with my grandparents, but we switched locations from over there Galleria to over here Aldine Westfield.
Still living with your grandparents?
Yes, I'm the only one that lives with them. I'm the one that tries to help them out.
Okay. How old are they?
They are 65 and up.
I don't need help.
Are they ill?
My grandma is.
Hey, what do you do? Are you working? You going to school?
I'm not working no more right now. I just recently left my job 2 weeks ago.
Why? I told you to get a job, not lose a job.
I already had a job when I had first seen you, but I left it because it's 40 minutes drive. It's a 40-minute drive away. I don't have transportation right now.
So what have you been doing between now and then, in the last 2 weeks?
Well, I've been looking for a different job nearby, and I got an interview coming up on the 8th for Academy.
I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test now. What are you going to test positive for?
For THC.
Not going to go well for you, Ms. Capilla.
I should be there from the first time that we got arrested.
So you haven't smoked since the last time you've been arrested? Judge, I think she's saying it may be something still in her system from when she was here. I don't see the date.
I mean, from August?
That's what, 60 days?
Really? Really?
Yes, sir.
I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test right now, Ms. Capetillo. What I seem to think is happening is that you're not doing anything but smoking weed and doing nothing.
That's not
And
right.
that's not gonna, really? We'll see. I'm sending you for a drug test now. You must come right back and we'll see what happens.
Understood.
Thank you, Judge.
What happened?
Positive.
For what?
THC, no alcohol. Because we don't know the levels, but that's.
How old is she? How old are you?
I'm 19.
That's it. You stay with me. I'm revoking your bond, man.
Please make an exception to tell somebody to bring my grandma, because she doesn't know how to drive, and I drove her up here.
Where's your grandmother?
She's up in Louis Deli. It's like a restaurant from here. I just left her parked there. She doesn't know how to drive.
You just left your grandma in the car?
Yeah, because I needed to get up here. She was my only way to get here.
Is she in a?
Does she have a license to drive? Do you even have a license to drive?
I don't, sir.
So your grandmother drove
It's
you,
like
or
one
you drove
thing
her?
after the
I
other.
drove my grandma here.
Why'd you
I
bring
don't
her
have
here?
any transportation, sir. I had to
You
get.
can't drive if you ain't got a license and insurance.
I was trying to provoke this. I was not trying to get arrested, sir.
Everything we asked you to do, you did the exact opposite.
Sir, I was working on it. I just need you to help me with this. I'm just asking you for like one more week and I'll get it together. I haven't been smoking. I'm sorry, that's been there for a minute. I haven't smoked because I know I have court.
Yeah, I believe it.
The tests are gonna eventually show something else, and you're not gonna believe me.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Slatter, but I mean, it's like, it's literally, it's one thing after the other.
Hear me out, sir. Judge, can I speak to you?
You know what? I don't want to talk about the case, and you're really in enough hot water as it is. Because the problem is your grandmother probably doesn't have that many resources as is. So who do you have now that's going to pony up $10,000 to get you out?
This defendant couldn't make a smart decision if her life depended on it. Everything she does moves her closer to handcuffs, almost like she actually wants the jail upgrade. She spends her days getting high, doing nothing productive, and then tops it off by driving without a license or insurance like she's on some kind of lawless joyride. Her judgment is so consistently awful it should qualify as a public safety study. And quitting her job while on probation, when employment is literally a requirement, might be the most self-destructive plot twist I've ever seen. Which brings up the obvious question: how was she even getting to work before? Because either she's been driving illegally this whole time, or she had transportation she suddenly forgot existed today. And if she did have another way to get there, why didn't she use it instead of breaking the law on her way to court? Judges take that personally. Nothing ticks them off faster than someone committing a new violation while walking in to discuss the old one. You could see the moment the judge snapped, the disappointment, the frustration, the complete loss of patience. When he revoked her bond, it wasn't a surprise. It looked like a decision he'd been saving, waiting for her to hand him one last excuse. And she did, effortlessly. She's only 19. Not old enough to legally drink in half the country, yet already stacking violations like they're rewards from a video game. The worst part? She has no idea how much this is going to follow her for years. That lack of awareness, young, reckless, and consequences nowhere on the radar, is exactly what terrifies judges. Watching her unravel like this isn't just sad, it's unsettling. Because she's sprinting into adulthood with zero understanding of how life works, and the cliff she's running toward is getting closer by the minute.
You stuck like Chuck now for the next couple months in custody. All I asked you to do was be clean and do something productive. She goes with you. Oh, hey, Mr. Slider, what was her last name?
Capatillo.
Capatillo, that's right.
Page 6.
Page 6.
Not only that, she bond forfeited how many times? I don't know what to do. I really don't.
Try to figure out what our grandmother has to do with. She has.
Because the problem is that like, I can't let her drive home. She don't even get a license and insurance. So even if I let her out, I can't let her drive. Will you do me a favor? Will you ask her if grandmother has the ability to drive?
Or is there someone else that can come here and drive her? I'll find out.
Please.
Thank you, Judge.
I wanted to let you know that I'm bringing you out here because I feel really bad. But you've done nothing to help yourself. But smoke weed, you're driving without a license, and you continue to violate conditions of this court. You didn't show up like a week or two ago, you know? So it's one thing after the other. We are trying to do everything in our power to get through to you, to try to better yourself and to get to, we truly want the best for you. But at this point in time, you're your own worst enemy. You're doing nothing for us to also help you out. If I let you go now, that's enabling you, telling you it's okay for you to continue to conduct and act like you're doing. Ms. Capatillo, it is not. Me, if I let you out now, it's enabling you, and I refuse to do that. I want you to understand that we mean business. And this is what happens when you don't follow conditions. We mean business. No catch and release here. Good. We'll see you in a couple days. And I really, truly hope that you now will appreciate this Okay? I'm not letting you out.
No, you're
What I
not.
want you to understand is that if I let you out, you will get the understanding that it's okay for you to continue to do what you're doing, and it's not. One more thing. I'm not going to let you plead guilty just to get out. You pleading guilty to a theft case will be the absolute worst thing you can do because you will become unemployable. No one will hire you. You will be unable to get an apartment, a loan for anything, to get a car, a house, apartment. You want funding for financial aid for schooling for this, not with a theft conviction.
Understand that.
But I want you to understand that we mean business. And I hope that this is the length that we have to go to. All right? Okay, thank you. Whoa, hold on. I need to decide one more thing. The most important thing in this life, do not drive without a license and liability insurance. You will be signing an affidavit with me right now. This is a promise you're making to me not to drive. And if you do, I can have a contempt hearing and you can be facing up to 180 days in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. If you get into a car and you get into an accident and you don't have insurance, you've completely messed with everyone. And I know you don't have money. But if you get into an accident with someone who's got like a BMW Jaguar, or even whatever it may be, they're out a ton of money and it's not fair. All I'm trying to do is...
It's mistake after mistake with her, and she still has no idea how badly this is about to shape the rest of her life. The judge isn't playing the villain here. He's the only person trying to pull her out of the tailspin she's created. He's practically waving a giant warning sign in her face. The path you're on doesn't end well. Because once that conviction lands, she's locked herself into life's hardest difficulty setting with no safety net. Employers look at records. Landlords look at records. Colleges look at records. She's 19, running on impulse, completely unaware of the long shadow these choices will cast outside the courtroom. Judges see this pattern constantly. They already know where it leads if someone doesn't slam the brakes. That's why revoking her bond wasn't about punishment. It was a last-ditch attempt to force a reset before she steps into adulthood carrying a criminal spiral she won't be able to shake. Sometimes a few days behind bars is the only thing that pauses the chaos long enough for someone to finally understand. The world does not bend to your comfort, so the real question is, will this wake her up? Or is she headed right back into the same storm? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.